No, I said a wolf, not a rooster. A wolf.
Hello guys, Sean Wolfbark here. This is our last Gen 3 adventure. I'm putting Colosseum XD together because they tie each other really nicely. With Colosseum is the first 3D adventure. It made by Genius Seniority. A bunch of snipe talent from Elix by Nintendo. This is really interesting because these people aren't really familiar with Pokemon, and they go into Gen 3, and they was given a mission statement and that mission statement is to bring back just the Pokemon. Since you can't transfer your Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 3, and that explains the list of Pokemon here. A Pokemon Colosseum XD takes place in the new region, Ore, a Wild West inspired region with dusty deserts and towns and oases, and barely in wild Pokemon. You can't catch wild Pokemon, you have to snag them from other trainers in this game, and that's the X factor in this game. The plot of this game is that there's shadow Pokemon on the loose. A Pokemon that have their heart artificially closed and made to battle crazed machines, and they can attack trainers. And your protagonist is an ex-Team Snagger member, stealing the snack machine and blowing up the base. Dang, this game started with a bang. You're West, or I gotta call myself Sean here, and you're going rogue, and you found Ruri, or I gotta name Sophie here. Told you guys see her around. You see the hearts of Pokemon and identify shadow Pokemon. After Sophie accepts her new boyfriend is gang affiliated because Biden spilled the beans on my path, there's a new gang here in Ori, Team Cypher, and they have been giving out shadow Pokemon in these Colosseum tournaments for world domination? Question mark. The story flows like this: me and Team Cypher beat the peons and admins one by one, fully unraveling the full scale of their plans. And there are very colorful cast like Mayor B, who has a Fiesta, who has a full team of lead color, which is surprisingly Fox with a raid dance team. You go to an underground city to stop Lady Venus, and she's the idol of the town. If you pull up on her, she just runs. And you use a team of mixed gender team to use her track, which is very funny. It's also very funny that once you get her cornered, fall into the Shadow Lab, the peon blows up the path, cut us off, but left the keys on the other side anyways. So these guys are not above throwing hands. After we raid the Shadow Lab, we figure out he's going down the Wilgum Tower. You see construction from the beginning, you go up there to finish it, to shut it down once and for all. When you find all the admins again, you get a good chance to capture the beast or the Pokemon that you missed for the first time you fight them. And this really evil, Riku looking guy cat the mayor at the beginning of the game. It turns out the mayor was super evil.
This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
That's going, there's no music, there's a warring crowd. It's odd that when you fuck the Shadow Government, you get this awesome grand fellow music. Maybe it's an oversight, but it does make me feel like a hero. But I gotta stop that playing. And uh-oh, blesses the arena. God bless the ring. We'll save Ori for the Shadow Pokemon. Yeah, the story is kinda like the main game, but only focuses on the evil teams. No gyms, no routes, just halls and gauntlets for trainers with very limited Pokemon options. The game is really hard because it limited the Pokemon. You know you down bad when Jumpluff is one of the MVPs during the main campaign. You're not totally out of power. There's a legendary beast you can get from the admin, but you also get Ladian. That some trainers can have a shot Pokemon. You just like in Phoenix City, you can low key pick your starter, or like these three colorful goons block off 3 exits, and you pick the right color for the right middle evolution Johto starter. I picked Colosseum for reasons that you'll see years later. Shadow Pokemon are really the X Factor, and this has to work. Shadow Pokemon, out of the box, they only know Shadow Rush, a strong, physical, typeless move with recoil. This should be great on a Heracross. Oh yeah, yeah. This is post-game material right here, but the catch is that they don't level up, but the XP is pooled and unleashed once you purify them. And Shadow Rush is the only move they know until you open up their heart gauge and they start to remember some of the old moves. And how you down the gauge? A few ways you can open up the heart gauge. 1, just by throwing them out. 2, walking around with them within your team. In the most consistent method, call them hyper mode. Hyper mode is a state of a Pokemon can get into every now and then. That in that mode they have a higher chance of critical, but only want to do Shadow Rush. But hyper mode is not bad. But if you call them out, they open up a decent chunk of the gauge. In the other way that if you want to spend dollars instead of time, but it's still a lot of time you're spending, is clone cases. After you talk to some NPC, you can rub down your Pokemon to open up the gates that way. But no matter how you do it, it's a grind to purify the Pokemon. And they progressively get harder and harder as like the battle Pokemon further down in the story. To be completionist, there are 48 Pokemon to purify. And the question is, do you want to purify them along the campaign, or purify set team and purify them in post game or after the campaign? Is a grind now, a grind later type of thing. The upside of having a team that your Pokemon will level up regularly, but that also could be, depending on how you form your teams, they might be lacking in power over the strong, bulky stats of the Shadow Pokemon, especially towards the end game. Or if you use Shadow Pokemon, or only use Shadow Pokemon as you progress, you'd be lacking in you also be lacking in health. It's a weird balance, but the choice is yours.
The choices are yours and yours alone.
Or do some time. I purified them along the way because I was played like that before. Oh, one surprising thing about catching Pokemon, it's like catching random Pokemon in the main game. But there's some missable Shadow Pokemon, but most of them you can get them in post game. But this one permanently missable Shadow Pokemon, Remoraid, because like the lady that has it goes to prison, but and she breaks out after the game, and there's a place where all the admins and all the admins in the colorful peons will show up, but she doesn't show up in the pool, so this is an oversight. You can find all the big admins like Dakeem, Lady Venus in the deep Colosseum. You can find them again once you get an email about them. Yeah, and all the noble peons are in a snack and base. They just jump down randomly. It's kind of interesting during the main campaign. I didn't really think much about my levels. It made me think about what type of strategies to get through these tough opponents. And then making a team like I've been focused on trying to make a plan and strategize with the Pokemon that I have, and my team ended up being in the low 50s, and the Shire government is in the high 50s, low 60s. It's just mugging you It's just like it's such a big gap between Nescore and the Shadow Government. Evans and all the other admins are very interesting because all the admins use strategies. And I kind of wish like Genius in the main game has strategies and or final switch ups. And when all the admins, when all your bosses focus on strategies, it's really satisfying to dismantle that strategy. Like I need to kill every slowpoke before I skill up with slacking, or I could bring in my mischievous that you cannot physically attack this thing because you are a noble attacker, or put it to sleep so they can't do the thing. It includes that James always studied mechanics of Gen 3 and made the most out of it. And it really encouraged strategy and synchronization. And so the post game is kind of wild that you get some fame for the Welcome Tower, and there's some peon cleanup to do because whether the peons that you didn't pick at say are on the one cause a little trouble. You need to just like take care of that. And then there's the deep underground Colosseum and the deep King Arc, and there's a doppelganger causing havoc with a Shadow Togetic, and we gotta handle that. And it's cute that we fight at the Dusty Train when the game began. Also, the schemes we see Shadow Pokemon in the schemes, but like I thought we're actually can people see the aura or where you can see through the screen? But lastly, after all the shenanigans, we can pull up to the Snackum base that we blew up at the beginning of the game. It kind of allows for the Shadow Pokemon that we missed and just be a Biden and Gonzap one last time. And Gonzap have a really aggressive Hyper Beam team. It's funny. All in all, Pokemon Colosseum is a really special game. I love the challenge. I love the location. It's really unique. In this game, I have a very special fondness for this game. And in this game, we really value the Johto Pokemon. It is like, this game has a little edge that no other game really has. The middle is awesome with the semi-final in Atman Battle Scene. They go so hard. In the final battle scene, has a great epic scene in the final battle for the Colosseum. And maybe it's fun the chaotic battle scene like the game looks really good with Fixie and LSA. It's beautiful. The power attack it feels nice and rusted. And it spans into the underground town with neon lights with his own Colosseum. And the Bowser really put the Pokemon into scale. You see the trainer next to him, like Raylo looks so big, especially in the trainer in the under that has his Wailord. It's so ridiculous. Even though the Shadow Pokemon grind is unique, but it's also very real. But also special ability like purify the Pokemon. But you gotta all your way to do this, and it's very rewarding. And also a Colosseum is that a Colosseum, wow.
Darkness has fallen over the land of Ore. Unravel the mystery of Shadow Lugia. Battle your way across a vast land to purify the Shadow Pokemon before it's too late. Experience the extra dimension of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, an all-new 3D role-playing adventure only for Nintendo GameCube, rated E for everyone.
A year apart from release, and 5 years in the game, Pokemon XD just fixes all the issues with Colosseum. Just pop the lid off and just do really probably what they can really do with Shadow Pokemon. It's crazy. You just see right on the box, Shadow Lugia, loudly. Oh, is kind of around. He shows up in the game. Yeah, but Ligia is here, screaming at you. Oh, Shadow Pokemon are built very different here. There's Shadow moves, not just Shadow Rush. There's Shadow.
Do 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 do.
What's up, Nick?
Hello. Shadow Wave. Shadow Punch. Oh wait, oh, that's a regular move.
Man, look at all these horrible shadow moves. Shadow Wave, Shadow Blitz, Shadow... Hey, wait a minute.
That has every non-Shadow Pokemon engage cast form Weather Ball, a Shadow property. The catch with the new build with Shadow Pokemon 2.0 is there's a new reverse mode, and it's purely downside. It hurt itself, can't use items, no high quick chance. So yeah, get them out of reverse mode ASAP. The story is a bit of a step back. Your kid prodigy started as a salamence and Melgrass and just ended up being simulation. You don't have a salamence, you only have an Eevee and you're home in the lab doing kid scenes. You gotta find your little sister who walked off to Professor Kimiko's house while playing hide and seek with one of the staff members. His dad working on a stack machine and purification chamber because there's rumors about Shadow Pokemon returning. And he's right. There's a new department of Team Cypher and kidnap him after they complete the snack machine, and the Shadow Scouter. So yeah, we have the Shadow Scouter, so we don't need a whole ass woman just to see Shadow Pokemon. Sorry, Ruri. The lab staff put the Shadow Shader project into Turbo, and we help finish up the project by getting some parts. And we go around a gate village. You see Egon, and Egon often help us purify Shadow Pokemon. This kid purifies Shadow Pokemon the old-fashioned way. And a lot of places return from Colosseum, like Power at Infinite City, in that one train. But there's new places like Galan Park, the two new labs, the Key Layer, Essa Libra, and Sanddock Isle. All the new places have dungeon-like elements into it. Galan Park has this idea with the turning bridge. I really hope a resident has like a remote to turn back so that you can leave or go to County Bar. They should avail it. The Libra and the Key Layer have some push puzzles that close the open path, depending on how you push them. It made me realize Colosseum really didn't have dungeons, just like I said before, countless hallways. But it's nice. It's kind of hard to have dungeons without like TMs or tools, but whatever. We go get that from the Shadow Lab that happened to renovate, and we get the Purified chamber up and running. So it is 83 Shadow Pokemon. Everyone from Colosseum was passed out just by hearing that number, but this chamber makes it so easy. You can passively purify Pokemon. You can see these Pokemon in no time. These chambers can hold up to 9 Shadow Pokemon, and their full slots, and you need to configure them based on type matchup to align them for the best tempo, which down the gauge per step as you walk around. This is nothing but good for the game, so you can have more fun playing with the Pokemon. More than Shadow Pokemon, it's so good that there are no missable Shadow Pokemon. If you're not gonna Shadow Pokemon and win the battle, the Pokemon will run out because the more places that Michael shows up, he clears them out. That's just how he rolls. Maybe returns with a Michael Jackson smooth criminal type vibe. After you beat them, after you beat him in a Pokespot, which I will get to later, you have a beat tracker. He collects all the Shadow Pokemon that you miss, and you get notified if he appears in the Pokespot or in a Colosseum. He'll play into AFC stuff and all the Shadow Pokemon, so he does his own thing. Yeah, speaking of Atmos, there are new ones like Hasu Miku.
World is mine.
Crazy Frog.
Ding ding.
It's DMC Jester. Totally Not Evil Thing 1 and 2. So they're kind of interesting. You see them around. Aerodons that Angels even fights a dude for my sister that has a Shadow Zigzag in. Aerodons is cool. Some of them using new Shadow strategies like even use some in the new shadow moves because Lavrina uses attract like Venus, like Sonatl, using a Shadow Soul Rock and does that Shadow Sky for his cat form. He used Shadow Weather Ball. Gorgon it just uses really hard team models like nobody business. Ultras, it is evil but has a very respectable set with Punch Akazam and Shadow Weather. It is also really pop. It does have really two Pokemon that are fully carried out. Well, and fully carried out Senior. It is played more dirty, using more Shadow Pokemon in Shadow moves like Shadow In and Shadow In and Storm. Team Snag'em is around. It's not to the last leg. There are only three members. The Return of Biden and Gonza. It's trying to get new members. It's hard to get new members when you can't snag anymore. Biden pulls up on me on the SSC. When you see power, jack my snag machine and leave me in the desert. Because he never got that, took care of me. That using the SSC but as a new place because it's free real estate. Yeah, after we wake up, we go to the Snag'em base and beat Gonzap. He got back because he respects us and he got way too buff in over the 5 years. He can't wear our Snag machine. But still like he's a happier beam team. Jesus fuck. So let's cut to the final chapter. Dr. Kimiko in Chopin makes a Kyogre Steamboat. Sorry, Groudon bros. We got screwed because Groudon here is nothing but a shitty Pokeball thrower and no better than Sunstone for Chopin's team. We take the final dungeon, Sanitark Island. It is huge. We cut into 3 big segments. The internal compartment with push puzzles, the outside with lava and we go deep into the cyber-like base, the Technodrome-like cyber base. We pull to Master Greevil, put to stop the team cyber once and for all. He sends in DX001. It's the Gale of Darkness. Yeah, after that, Greenwood goes all out with a full team of Shadow Pokemon with the most powerful Shadow moves in the game. He got all of the Kanto Birds, Latawas, Executor, and Rhydon. It's no joke. But there was a throwing Shadow Rain and Shadow it's like nobody's business. And I try to be cool and have a slot open for Shadow Lugia used against Greevil, just for them to end up being a popsicle. Shadow Chip.
Yeah, this is not your parachute. I'm here to tell you about corruption.
What the f- I hate this game! The Shadow was me mugging my team. Cause I purify all my team members. But Lugia can take Shadow Rain. It ended up being very helpful, even while frozen. Oh my god, that's so mean. I beat Greevil and decided down to blow up the place. Andron just like, can you not? With this kid is probably the most physically threatened protagonist in the Pokemon history. With lots of violence in RA. So after the post game in Shadow Pokemon Cleanup, aka chasing down Maribel a lot. And set up the chamber and start purifying Pokemon by the batches. And I got the Pokestop, and I got all the Pokestop Pokemon because the team was kind of lacking. So the Pokespot is a rehabilitation effort by the Pirate Mayor to bring out wild Pokemon. And it's nice that you can have access to wild Pokemon with household flora filled with chambers. And you put down a Pokesnack, you walk around and wait for a notification to pop up to notify there's a Pokemon there. and you catch it or beat it. I also really like that Michael is ambidextrous because when he's attacking Pokemon, he's a fact machine and love his right hand, but when catching a regular Pokemon, he uses his left hand. It's just such a nice detail. So most of my post game videos just end up walking around waiting for notifications to show up, just like my subscribers. But I was stupid. I checked my Pokemon list and I realized that all the Shadow Pokemon that I needed was with Greenville, so I need to redo the final battle again. Once you catch all the Shadow Pokemon, maybe have a final stand with a Shadow Dragonite on top of the lighthouse. And the Shadow Dragon is really tight. There's one big hurdle, so hard to figure out, but it's so easy. It's so easy to do. But once you know how to do it, like Shadow League, yeah, can't be purified. You can't be purified by any regular means. By any regular means, the only way to purify the Shadow Pokemon, purify Shadow League, is send all the treatments to max tempo and just put it in. It'll instantly purify it. It's really awesome. It felt like you do the impossible and saved all the Shadow Pokemon. All the Shadow Pokemon get a unique move. Most of the time it's refresh, but they also get a really cool weapon that you can only get through Colosseum XD. For the post game, but you guys open up the Aura Colosseum. It's a Colosseum for Pokemon Colosseum. It's really epic and also the most difficult challenge in Gen 3 straight up. So everyone's out for blood that has 6th grade, that have key strategies, IVs, and like the Battle team don't even get close to what these trains can do. Like I bought my team for Emerald and they got crushed. It's a really cool place. Alright, so yeah, here's a party for both games. The names are inspired by Fate's Go because Sophie really likes Grand Fate, check her out. Her Fate chapter is great. And I thought it'd be fun to name all my Colosseum and XD Pokemon after the characters. So now I talk about all the features within both Colosseum XD, and now we go into the other features. In Colosseum, you have Stadium Battles. You have Colosseum Battles. You connect your GBF, bring a team that's in your active party slot, and bring into the 3D dimension. With the Colosseum outside to the Battle Frontiers, they don't scale it down like the feature games. And when you come to the GBA game, your character from those games, like Brandon and Nate for Ruby and Sapphire, and Red and Leaf Red or Leaf Green. And these Colosseums have their rules, and there's some really cool locations you do. Think about the double battles, 50 or 100, and you can scale a battle between two copies of the Gen 3 if you want to. Up to 3 other players, you can just throw down. In my battle, biggest gauntlet in Colosseum XD, in Colosseum, we purify all playing Pokemon and do my battle via battle mode, not in the story mode. You get Huddle as a reward. If you do it the other way, you just get lots of coupons, which, coupons are useful at the time. You get lots of battle items and TMs that you probably want for, want to build a cool team for the Grand Colosseum or something, or the Battle Frontier. Also, for clearing my Battle 100, for the Pokemon that you use, they also get a special weapon that you can only get in this game. XD has a bonus mode within the campaign called Battle Bingo, and basically, the goal is to clear the card using type matchup and knowledge. You start with 2 Master Balls, and the 2 Master Balls effort points, so EP. If you lose battle, you lose one. If you win, you gain one. And all these are tied to the Pokemon that you use, so you better navigate carefully, and hopefully, these are still battles with luck, and let's just hope that luck doesn't screw you over.
But what if it froze?
Also, there's a Bosley here. This is a bossy baby board, and this is the first playable appearance of Bossy, and there's a special card for him. Like he shows up in the story, like you help get back to his owner. All in all, XD is a great follow-up for Colosseum. It's bigger and better than before, and trim out a lot of the fat. Even though XD lost a little bit of that edge with Chop Attack, it's a little bit brighter, and shot moves are a little bit silly, but it still kept a great. It still kept the challenge, and new kids are really gorgeous and awesome. I like they made to do dungeons even though we don't have HMs or explicit tools. The Ori games are really great, definitely worth going back to. Both experience shot Pokemon themselves and the unique challenge. And the unique challenge that Colosseum, I love the edge and roughness. And with a shady teenage protagonist, it's cool. It has a fun multiplayer mode, lots of beautiful Colosseums. And XD is cool in trim a lot of fat of the grinding Colosseum, but both have great music. Yeah, both have amazing music. I can win any trainer to come to Ori, even with the high crime rate. Next time, Masterclass, we go to Sinnoh, baby!